We'll start with the research fundamentals section, and this time it's going to be a really super practical, quick tip about how you can use some research evidence from research articles like this. So now research review articles like this can be a great source of research evidence to support our practice. So there's different types of reviews, from systematic reviews to scoping reviews or to more informal literature reviews like this one, where they don't really have a documented, really formal methodology for how they found, critiqued and analysed their research evidence. But they all have one thing in common. They've basically done all the hard work for you, in that they've found all the really good research evidence out there on a topic. They've often critiqued it or interpreted it in their own way with their own expert lens, and they've put together a lovely summary rather than you trying to synthesize all the evidence from a range of studies yourself. So this can be really handy for things like putting in a reference to back up why you're recommending a certain approach in something like an NDIS FCA report, or to help back yourself if you're having to explain a difference in your clinical reasoning with maybe another health professional. But there can also be some limitations. So they are designed as summaries only, rather than really comprehensive outlines of how to do the particular assessments or treatments that they're recommending. So this is a bit of a special review in that it does give lots of really practical suggestions that you can implement straight away, but this may not be the case in all the other systematic type reviews that you might come across. But there is a way that you can get around this, and I'll use an example from this article to show you what I mean. So sometimes I'll mention a particular assessment or treatment or theory that sounds great, and you'll be like, yep, need to do that. But there won't be enough details in the review to actually guide you on the how. But here's the trick. So with basically all articles you look at these days online, the one benefit is that their reference lists are often hyperlinked and can take you right to the source that you need. So an example from the article recommends assessing the person's energy envelope, but it doesn't really give you any details about what this means or how to do this. But what it does give you is a reference, and if you sort of click on that 31 there, it'll take you to the reference list, and you can see that one there. And then if you have a look at, read sort of the article that they've referenced, think, that actually sounds good, it'll answer what I need. Then you can actually click on sort of the next hyperlink. And in this case, it takes you straight to the article, and it is just by chance happens to be another open access one. So you can jump right in and read a whole article all about the energy envelope without having to go and do your own Google search and start from scratch. So sometimes a little trick that you think about, you just get a bit overwhelmed by the huge reference list at the end. Read through, what you're finding in the actual article and go to the specific parts that you want more information about.